Carolyn Klaus, President of the League of Women Voters of Ames and Story County. The mission of the League is to educate and motivate our community to engage in civic matters. This video was developed to help inform you and all Iowans about the voting process and the role of our county auditors. Our goal is for everyone to have a better understanding of the process and to increase ease with participation in the process. We hope this video gives assurance that you can have confidence in our elections.
This is the form and process for domestic voters to register to vote. If you are in the military or you are a U.S. citizen living outside the U.S., you will use a different form. If you are a domestic violence survivor, please contact the Secretary of State's office to register via the Safe at Home program. Okay, State of Iowa official voter registration form. Start at the top. Please print clearly. This is being processed by human beings and they are just as fallible as you are. Start by answering the two questions by checking the appropriate box. Are you a citizen of the United States? Will you be 18 years of age on or before Election Day? If you are 17 years or older, check yes on question 2. 17-year-olds in the state of Iowa are eligible to register to vote. For the ID number, fill in one of the following: an Iowa driver's license, an Iowa non-operator ID number, or the last 4 digits of your social security number. A non-operator ID looks just like a driver's license but are issued to people who do not drive. For example, a retired person who no longer keeps a car. If you do not have an Iowa ID, you're going to provide the last 4 digits of your social security number. Please do not provide an out-of-state driver's license number. Iowa has no way to verify state-issued IDs from other states. There's a 4th question in this area, but it is vanishingly rare for a U.S. citizen to not have a social security number. So leave the 4th box blank unless you do not have an Iowa driver's license, a non-operator ID, or a social security number. If you have checked this box, I advise you to call your auditor's office and ask for assistance. We're moving on to additional information. Fill in the date of birth using the month, day, and year format. Next, you move on to the sex box. The choices are male and female. Your form cannot be processed without completing this information. This information is used only for voting demographics. Iowa law does not currently provide an option for non-binary individuals. Including your phone and/or email address is optional. This information is extremely useful for the auditor's office if there are questions about your form or any missing information. Fill in your name with your last name, first name, middle name, or initial if you have one. If your name includes a suffix, junior, third, etc., please provide. You will be registered exactly how you provide your name. If you provide your name in a different format than the name on the ID provided with your ID number, we may have difficulty verifying your registration. For example, if your social security card lists your name as Jonathan Andrew Smith and you register as Drew Smith, we will be unable to verify your registration. We'll talk more about unverified registrants later. For your registration address, use the address where you sleep at night. This must be a street address. This information is required to assign you to the proper voting precinct. If you live in a multi-residential building, for example an apartment building or a college dorm, please include your apartment or unit or room number. Include the city name in your address. Most towns have a main street and numbered streets and avenues. If you don't include a city name, we probably won't be able to complete your registration. If you leave off the zip code or the county name, we can probably figure it out. The next box is where you receive mail. You should only fill out this box if you receive your mail in a post office box and you are unable to receive mail where you sleep at night. If you receive mail at your local post office via general delivery, please put that information here. If you are homeless, use the location where you sleep the most often. If this location lacks a street address, describe the location as closely as possible. For example, under Highway 30 overpass on the bike path north of the research park. We now move on to previous voter registration information. Please complete this if you were previously registered in another jurisdiction. If you move within the state of Iowa, your voter history will transfer to your new county. All 99 counties use the statewide voter registration database. If you move from another state, this information is used to notify that jurisdiction to cancel your registration. Even providing just the state name allows us to send a cancellation notice to that jurisdiction. You can also use this section to show a previous name if you've been married or had a dissolution of marriage since the last time you were registered. It's okay to make corrections on the form. Crossouts are completely acceptable. Just fill in the correct information as I've just done so. We now move on to political affiliation. There are two recognized political parties in the state of Iowa. Those are the Democratic and Republican parties. You can register as a Green or Libertarian, but these are non-party political organizations and therefore do not hold primary elections. No party is a term used in Iowa for independent or unaffiliated voters. If you make no choice in this section, you will be registered as a no party. If you make your own box for a party, you will be registered as a no party. The final step is the signature and the date. You are signing an affidavit. Please read the affidavit in full before signing it. It says the following: I swear or affirm under penalty of perjury that I am the person named above. I am a citizen of the United States. I have never been convicted of a felony, or my right to vote has been restored by the governor, including through executive order after a felony conviction. I am at least 17 years old. I live at the address listed above. I am not currently judged by a court to be incompetent to vote. I do not claim the right to vote anywhere else. Signing the affidavit answers the questions there at the top of the form, because if you answer no to either question, you should not complete the form. Once finished, please check your entries for completeness. Is your handwriting legible? Can your O's be distinguished from your E's? What about your 4s and 9s? If you have one, did you include an apartment number? Did you put in your actual birth date, or did you put in today's date, or just today's year? This is a really common error that we see on the form. The last step is returning the completed and signed form to the proper auditor's office. You can mail it or you can give it to someone to return. Contact information for all 99 county auditors is available on the Secretary of State's website.